traders, it's 15 minutes past 8 p.m. here in Brisbane on Tuesday the 19th of March, and I'm looking for a couple of sparring rounds with the Kiwi dollar. And I want to start here with Kiwi yen, and the big news for today was that the Bank of Japan has finally moved away from the era of negative interest rates, and now we've got some positive interest rates in Japan. And interestingly enough, the Japanese yen actually gone weaker because there was a lot of pre-decision expectation of the move by the Bank of Japan. So when the actual came through, the market reacted differently. But I want to look at Kiwi yen because Kiwi yen hasn't moved as much as other currencies. So we've seen some weakness in the Aussie and the Kiwi. And with this one, I want to start with the higher time frame. So let's take a look here on the monthly, and we can see the gradual rising, the uptrend that we have here. We've really been hugging the moving averages. There's not much of a push and a pullback and a strong push and a pullback. We're just slowly hugging the moving averages on the way up. Now taking a look here on the weekly, and we can see the weekly we do have an uptrend, and currently we are in the process of pulling back, and then we found some support here, and that support was on the previous level of support and resistance, so in and around the 90.50. So we can see on the weekly chart we have reacted to that level. The strong push that we've seen here by the seller is starting to fade. We're starting to see some buyers coming back. So if we'll take a look here on the daily, we can see that we're started to go sideways around that area, and I like that. Well, we can also see this week over here, the last week that pushed to a lower low, we're coming close to it, and if we'll take a look, it has been a level of support and resistance in the past. So what am I looking for in this fight card? Where I'm looking for signs that the buyers are ready to take over from the sellers, that this is not just a breather on the way down. I want to see the change of control around this area. So this is the location that I'm looking for my offense. So my offense line is going to be around this pink line, in and around the 91.15. Then I'm going to be looking for either a break or a push and then a pullback in and around that area, whatever signs that I'm going to get that the buyers are taking over. And then I'm going to look for my point swing just before this previous swing high around the 91.50. And for the knockout, I'm going to go to the green line, so before this consolidation and then the break, so in and around the 92.50. So that is Kiwi yen, and I am looking to long the Kiwi. The next one that I want to look at is Kiwi CAD. Now on Kiwi CAD, I'm looking for something a bit different. So if we'll take a look here on the daily chart, we can see that the daily is back into a downtrend, and we broke a couple of levels along the way. Now I want to go up into the weekly chart just to have a look at where we've at. So we had our Canada whip fight card, so that was around here, somewhere around the middle of February, and I was looking for that break and that push. So we can see we had that break, but we couldn't go any higher than this consolidation. So that is another reason why picking up the correct area for the knockout is crucial for a successful fight. The other thing is we pull back into that level, and yet we couldn't push higher. So that shows me signs of weakness by the buyers. And as we can see, sellers took over, and we traded below that level and below the previous breakout level. So I like this a lot, but we already moved quite a lot from this high, and I'm looking for a bit of release of this strong selling pressure. So what I'm looking for in this case is a pullback. Now we are going to see Canadian CPI in a couple of hours, so that may have some effect on this pair as well. But what am I looking for? So I'm looking for, as I mentioned, release of this very strong selling pressure. I'm looking for a pullback into my original breakout level that I was looking for a buy. This time I'm looking for the market to pull back into that area and give me a sell signal. So I'm looking for my offense line to be in and around this pink line, around the 82.80 area. I'm looking for my point swing to be at the first low over here. We can see there's another touch here on the way down. And then I'm looking for my knockout to be at the green line in and around the 82.10 area. So in this one, I am looking first for a pullback and then any signs that the sellers are taking over, that the pullback is over, and I'm looking to sell the Kiwi dollar. But these two can work quite nicely if we'll see a move on the Kiwi to the upside, so more buyers coming back into the Kiwi. That could work nicely on the Kiwi yen and could bring this one back into my offense line. So I'm keeping a close eye on these two pairs. Now, just a word of caution around this week. We do have a lot of central bank activity. We had the RBA today. We saw the effect on the Australian dollar and by byproduct the Kiwi dollar as well. We saw the Bank of Japan. We're going to see the Fed, the Swiss National Bank, the Bank of England as well. So a lot of interest rate decision coming up today. Of course, the big one on Wednesday by the Fed. So those things tend to move the market quite a lot. So it's very important to keep our guard and keep a strong defense if we are in a fight. Happy knockouts, everyone. Bye for now.